As of July 2025, India's foreign policy is anchored in strategic autonomy, a dynamic, pragmatic approach distinct from Cold War non alignment. India now engages with multiple powers to secure its interests in an increasingly multipolar world, making decisions on its own terms, free from external pressure. This shift reflects India's growing economic and military strength and its ambition to shape, not just balance, global norms. India actively partners with the US, maintains historic ties with Russia, and forges new connections in the Middle East, building flexible, issue based coalitions. The world in 2025 is turbulent. US China rivalry, the Ukraine conflict, and Middle East tensions all demand tailored Indian responses. Strategic autonomy lets India pursue security, economic growth, and regional stability without binding alliances or zero sum games. India champions a multipolar world, believing it's more stable and equitable than unipolar or bipolar systems. Through forums like the G20, BRICS, and the Quad, India acts as a bridge between the developed world and the global south. This multi alignment is the practical face of strategic autonomy. India is a friend to many, beholden to none. It's a proactive, confident foreign policy for a rising power. India's voice is now central in shaping the international system. India's relationship with China is its most complex foreign policy challenge in 2025. India has strengthened its military posture along the Himalayan border, making clear that peace there is non-negotiable for normal relations. Beyond the border, India counters China's Indo-Pacific influence through the Quad and deeper ties with Southeast Asia, promoting a free and open region. Economically, India is reducing critical dependencies on China, boosting domestic manufacturing and building alternative supply chains. Engagement with China continues in forums like BRICS, but security comes first. India's message is clear: the border determines the relationship. Dialogue channels remain open to manage crises, but India stands firm on its terms. This dual approach, security first but open to dialogue, defines India's long term China strategy. Competition is inevitable, but India insists on setting the terms of engagement. India's Link West policy enables robust independent ties with all key Middle Eastern players: Israel, Iran, and the Gulf states. The focus: energy security, diaspora welfare, and expanding trade and investment. India navigates regional rivalries by building pragmatic transactional partnerships, avoiding entanglement in local conflicts. Strong ties with Israel in defense and technology are now openly celebrated, while historic links with Iran, especially via the Chabahar port, remain vital for regional connectivity. Relations with the Gulf, especially the UAE and Saudi Arabia, have evolved into comprehensive strategic partnerships highlighted by the India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor. India is diversifying energy sources, collaborating on renewables, and reducing long term fossil fuel dependence. By protecting its diaspora and building new trade corridors, India turns a volatile region into an opportunity landscape. Link West is strategic autonomy in action, balancing interests, not picking sides. India's response to the Russia Ukraine war is a masterclass in principled neutrality. Refusing to join Western sanctions or condemn Moscow, India prioritizes its defense ties with Russia while calling for dialogue and peace. Humanitarian aid to Ukraine and advocacy for sovereignty at the UN show India's balanced approach. This stance preserves critical military supply chains and keeps diplomatic channels open with all sides. India uses its G20 platform to address global economic fallout, especially for the global south. Gradual diversification of defense procurement is underway, but for now, India's careful balancing act serves its security and autonomy. It's a policy that frustrates some partners but secures India's long term interests. By 2025, India US ties have matured into a comprehensive global partnership driven by shared concerns over China and a stable Indo Pacific defense cooperation, technology sharing, and joint innovation, especially through the ISET initiative, where at the core, India maintains strategic autonomy, aligning with the US on key issues but reserving the right to differ as seen in its Russia policy. The US understands India's unique position, focusing on the broader strategic partnership. Technology collaboration is vital for India's development and for the US's competition with China. Economic ties are growing, with India a prime destination for investment as companies diversify beyond China. The partnership is pragmatic, mutual benefit, not subordination. India gains access to capital and technology. The US gains a powerful independent partner in Asia. In 2025, India's foreign policy is defined by confident, multidirectional engagement. India builds issue based coalitions partnering with the US, Russia, Europe, and the global south to advance its interests. It's a security partner in the Quad, an economic partner in BRICS, and a bridge between competing blocs. India's approach to China, West Asia, Russia, and the US all reflect its commitment to strategic autonomy. A growing economy, strong military, and vibrant democracy give India the heft to lead. Its G20 presidency showcased its role as a consensus builder and voice for the global south. India is now a leading power, shaping the global agenda on climate technology and security. Guided by the principle of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, India fuses ancient philosophy with pragmatic statecraft. India's path, partnerships on its own terms, a stabilizing force in a turbulent world.